Hi, and welcome to Wing It with Wendy. Look, we're back out here in the garden. It's a beautiful day, and as you can see, things are popping up. I mean, things are really popping up. But you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is April 20th, and that's why I'm all in green, because we're going to be celebrating a special episode of Wing It with Wendy 420 edition. So we'll see you in the kitchen in a little bit. Hi, and welcome back into my kitchen. So, in the honor of 420, and I talked to my attorney, so I got to put this little disclaimer out there, it's my attorneys, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. And so, anyways, we do not advocate the use of illegal substances or drugs, okay? We're only dealing with the legal stuff. And in Illinois, cannabis is legal, right? So as you can see here, we got these little bit of buds, right? And we got some more buds here. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be actually baking today in the honor of 420, right? And so these buds here, this is kind of what we call a hybrid. So there's two kinds, and there's two kinds of cannabis, really. Well, there's multiple kinds, but at two ends of the spectrum, there's the sativa, right? And think of it, it's like sugar, it gives you a high, it's an upper, right? And then there's another one at the other end of the spectrum, it's called indica. And it gets that name because what it means is in the couch, and you're going to be really slow like this. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be baking with buds today. And how do you do that, Wendy? So the formula, here's the formula, the general rule, right, is 1 ounce of buds per pound of butter. So I have a 1/4 ounce here, and this is another 1/4 ounce, so we got a 1/2 ounce. And so what we're going to do is we're going to melt down some butter. I got 2 sticks, so it's only half a pound, right? 1/2 pound to a 1/4 ounce, right? So there we go. So how do we do this? So we got our beautiful coffee grinder here, and you could actually just throw the buds right in. You could throw them right into the butter, but I actually like to grind them up a bit. Because what it does is it extracts more of the THC, So we're going to let's get these buds in there. And so we're going to grind these up a bit. Not too much. You don't want it fine like a powder, but kind of like how you would just grill your coffee, right? And there you go. Okay, so now if you come with me, we're going to show you what we're going to do with these buds here, because I got some butter going. And I started melting my butter here. And what I'm going to do, and there you go, you could just see, I'm just going to dump these buds right into the butter, right? And what we want to do here is let it cook really, really slow, right? And this is how we're going to feel a little later. Now, cook this really slow on a very, very low simmer for about 30 minutes, right? And it's going to extract all that THC out of the buds into the butter. And then when we get back, we're going to show you how we're going to bake with it. So we'll see you in a little bit, okay?
Hello? Anybody home? Martha! What happened?
You're on the heel mark shield.
The what?
The Glowcoat heel mark shield.
Shields against black heel marks.
Hi, Mom. Home. See? It shields against Jimmy's black heel marks.
All of them?
Well, just about.
Great.
Here's why. Glowcoat is extra hard, twice as hard as most other waxes. See? The floor is still shining.
Hey, where you going?
I need a shield at my house.
Hard gloss Glowcoat. It shields against black heel marks.
Hi and welcome back. So we cooked our butter down. So you want to, again, very, very low simmer for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And then what we're going to do, so we took our butter here and I got a little strainer, right? So I emptied it through there and I filtered out all of the weed, okay? So we just got only butter down here infused with the THC, right? Some people, they leave the weed in there. You could do that too, but I think it just adds a little bit more fiber, and it gives me the shits too. So I just take that out. Take it out because all the good stuff is in the butter. So what you want to do then is I like Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker, just go get a brownie recipe. You could do cookies. You could do whatever you want. And what you're going to do is in the recipe, it calls for oil, right? And so what you want to do is you want to replace the oil with your butter, your THC butter, right? So this recipe here, I got my mix already in my my mixer here, so I'm going to turn that on really low. And this calls for a quarter cup of water, so we're going to throw that in. It calls for 1 egg, right? 1 egg. So we got that. Oh, let's crack that in there. There we go. So we got 1 egg in there, and then we need a third cup of oil. But in this case, we're doing our little cannabis butter, right? So we're just gonna let that drizzle on in there really slow, and there we go. So while that's mixing up, so ooh, there's still a little bit more in there. So I like to use a spatula and make sure you get all of it, get all of that good stuff in there, and ooh, yummy. And then once we got that going, we could turn that up a little bit. And we're going to mix that up. So in the meantime, what I did is I lubed up my dish. And always use Crisco. Crisco works wonders. You know, both in the kitchen and the bedroom. And lube up your dish with the Crisco. And so now that our brownies are almost about mixed up, we're then going to pour this. We're going to pour this mix in here. Ooh. And there we go. And so now we're going to add this to our pan. And then we preheated our oven just to the instructions on the box of 350. And then we're going to cook that, and we'll see you when we get back. Okay? Cheers.
Oh, I'm making a mess of things. Glad I'm using Griffin. Yours is much easier than mine.
What happens when kids shine their mother's shoes?
Does your mommy always get Griffin? Yes. Last time I was just a mess. Happened again. Look at your dress.
Griffin, with its new applicator, is the neatest and easiest way you can polish shoes.
Sure is.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, you caught me licking the stick. Welcome back. Although keep in mind, it takes like 30 minutes to kick in. So this episode is brought to you by Betty Crocker, because everything is better with Betty. And brought to you by Crisco. Crisco, just slide right in and have a good time with Crisco. So as you can see, we have our brownies here, and look at, they came out really nice like that. And one of the things I like to do, because, you know, I don't want the children to know what's in these brownies, or like keep them separate, you know. These are adult brownies. And so I got this white powder here, and I just put some little bit of white powder on it, like we'll call it powdered sugar, and just put the powdered sugar on the brownies, right? And so now we're closing out. We have a mail call here today, and let's see what letter came in today, right? Oh, here we go. And this is from Mike Liska of Chicago, Illinois. Oh my God, Mike Liska. And he says, Wendy, I've kind of dabbled a little bit with the cannabis, and it always gets me paranoid. It gets me paranoid, and I freak out. Well, Mike, that's where you probably need to try another strain of like sativa. It gives you an upper or that. But I always say, Mike, start in small doses and just keep trying until you find out what works for you, okay? So, again, start with a small dose, and we'll see ya. Take care. And happy 420.
And Wendy has stolen